Have you ever had that moment where you're live and then all of a sudden you've been talking and you get a phone call and it says, your live's been frozen for over 10 minutes? Take two. I don't know where we were. I'm getting a lot of texts now. You're frozen. Where are you? Thank you so much for managing that. Hi, everybody. Sorry about being frozen. Life happens. Energy got big and it shut itself down, didn't it? Sorry. And the thread was moving so fast, I couldn't see up to where people were saying the screen had frozen. So just YouTube. I'm hoping Facebook people can jump over. But it's good to see you. Hey, Eric. Hey, Sheldon, Ashley, Jackie. Hey, Aquapuff. You beautiful soul. I love it. Sheldon. I talked right through all of that. Soliloquy. Hey, from Nova Scotia, JP. It's good to see you, JP. Hey, Barrett. You sent me love and light and it froze. Still here. Okay, where did we stop? Where did we stop? Because I want to hop back on it. Because Spirit was talking about, you could feel my heart opening. Mary, it's so funny. Hey, Kiara. Thank you for writing it over there. And Colleen is helping with it too. I will keep my phone here. Okay. We're doing this. Yeah, we were talking about safety. Yeah, something didn't like the message I was delivering. Because we talked about being responsible, you know, even if you're not feeling physically safe and you're in a, you know, in a place where somebody else, hi, Edna from Austin, Texas. Physical safety, making choices, what's a priority determines how we make ourselves. Yes, and being reactive. You have a choice over how you choose to react. And in that, you can find your safety. You know, there was a lot of talk during the 10 minutes we were frozen where Spirit was sharing how in the past, I think we could have checked in, done our meditation, raised our vibrations and our awareness, and then we could have just like disconnected and just fall back and have our 3D life and then tap back in. And we would feel these boosts of energy and our knowledge expanding and our heart being big and really coming into this work. 2020 just kind of squeezed us really hard. 2021 is going to ask us, hey, we don't want you to disconnect and fall away. Even when you're tired, even when you're lazy, spirit, energy, global awareness is going to push on you to stay conscious and awake so that you can make these decisions of feeling internally safe, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Marnie from BC. Marnie, it's so good to see you here. Your heart explodes when you join the live streams. Aquapuff, you're so sweet. Expansiveness. Isn't it said, with much pressure, a diamond is made? Yes. And they gave a beautiful example when the live stream was down that we don't often know to recheck ourselves. You know, because a lot of what we carry with us and how we behave is taught to us, whether it's about being polite, whether it's about being kind, whether it's about behavior, having a career, how much weight you have, how to dress, all these things. And we're creatures who want to be accepted. So we look at the majority and we go, oh my God, the majority, this is what is accepted. I like that. I'll do that. No problem. But maybe we grow out of that in a year, 2, 3, 4, 10, and we forget to go back to it and go, wait, does that really work for me anymore? It's like having somebody in your life that maybe is I call them yay holes. yay ho, that is rude or just kind of a heavy dead weight, grump, and everybody around just goes, oh, that's just who they are. It's just accept it. And you're like, okay. And you gave up or you surrendered your right. If you are in this person's orbit or you're allowing them to be in your orbit, not to go to them and go, hey, listen, I need this from this relationship. Otherwise it's not really working for me. And that's okay. I'm not saying this as a judgment. I'm not saying it because I'm the only one that matters here. I'm posing this. I'm giving good, clear communication on what I need. And if the need can't be met, and you guys have talked it out, and it's really reasonable, I'm not talking about exploding and making demands. I'm talking about making requests and pulling together a community. And if it's not working, then you have the right to self-preserve and uninvite this person to be in your orbit. But a lot of times, if that thing is not going wrong, even though it's hard or difficult or awkward, we don't address it. Whether we've been told confrontation is ugly and it doesn't look good on you, or you're scared or afraid of confrontation because it might be a judgment placement on you, or whether if you go to say, hey, this isn't right, then all of a sudden everybody knows what your preference is, and that might be scary too. And the way Spirit defined it was like, what if there was just this big structure in your life and all of a sudden it crumbled, like it wasn't going well. It got sick, it got damaged, it got in an accident, it imploded, whatever it was, and it just fell apart. And you're like, oh my God, we got to put that back together. Just insane. And you go to put it back together and you realize all the light that's coming in now. And you're like, I didn't even know I didn't like it until it was gone. And I didn't know to make it gone. And I lived with it for 25 years. And I didn't even realize I would love it so much without it. And now that the light's shining in, I don't want to rebuild it the way it was. I want to rebuild it different. Or I'm deciding now we don't even need it. It's like those aha moments don't come to us if we're looking at our life through the same eyeballs every day, or through the same heart every day, through the same brain and same thoughts every day. We've got to look outside the box to really help us problem solve or see what might be blocking us from being authentic, from being safe. And to do that, we need to be awake. We need to be conscious. And 2021 is that year going, sorry, can't fall asleep at the wheel. It's going to be real dangerous this time. Like, you've got to stay awake. And we're going to start seeing like two types of people here just kind of fold out. We're going to see the ones that go, you know what, love you, but I cannot stay awake to save my life. Like, please, I just want to do this over here. This brings me joy. This is where I am. And then we're going to see a second round of people who just go, oh my God, I never want to go to sleep again. I'm afraid I might miss something. This is incredible. This is what brings me joy. Normally, in the old versions of us, this two types of people would create conflict. Fight, fight, fight. It would create, this rift. And it's not going to. We're stepping into community over competition. Even though we're individuals, think of it like a hologram where you're looking at yourself and then you just slightly tilt it, just a little bit, and you see that you're a part of the whole community. Tilt it again. Oh, there I am. Oh, slightly tilt it. I'm a part of everything. It's not going to be this big fight like it has been in years past where you have to go, I am me, and I am powerful, and I must be heard, and I've got to fight hard to be acknowledged for the individual, for my struggles, for my fight, for my identity, for my character, for my personality, for my whatever it is. Everybody's going to be out there going, ooh, look at you as the individual. Ooh, look at you as a community. Ooh, individual, community, individual, community. That's so cool. Oh, I like you as an individual. I like you as a community. It's not going to be a big riff and a big fight. Michael Lawler, you're so cute. Thank you for liking the live streams. Ashley, you like the way I explain it? Tina, you too. So funny. That's spirit. They give these really great, simple clicks of awareness. And once you get that little metaphor, the image, and you start to see it, you start to see it in your everyday life. And you go, oh, okay, right. So it wasn't that hard, or it wasn't that difficult. Hasn't said much with pressure. Yeah. Oh, this chat thread is so much easier. How long ago did she unfreeze? You only got right back. I unfreezed 10 minutes ago, and apparently I was frozen for 10 minutes, and I do apologize for that. Colleen is trying to post on social media that we're back over on YouTube. Wendy, then your phone died. CNN syndrome is good term for the work is to fight mentality. CNN syndrome. I didn't even know that terminology. That's so funny. Being awake to this is hard to overcome the challenge aspect of frustration. Yeah. Yes. I'd love to talk about that more, S, if you would like to. So when we're awake and we see it, we become very, very well connected to what's happening. We see more depth-wise, we feel more emotionally, we access more of our knowledge. We know a lot more than we give ourselves credit for, but we're told to confine ourselves, because it's a polite thing, or we're told to play it dumb or to play down because, ego is ugly. It's selfish, it's narcissistic. But there's a fine line of this confidence and being authentic and being you while also being able to community, to hold everything. So when we live in that space, we do see all this other stuff. What do we want to call it, S? Do we want to call it, we have a term for it in our trans channeling series that I just started yesterday, actually. Oh my gosh. It's not too late to join the trans channeling series. If you guys want to learn how to trans channel, come and join us over on Learn It Live. You can find the link on jamiebutlermedium.com. But Colleen just texted me. I was like, oh my God, hopefully I'm not frozen again. But we have a term for it. We call it glitches. So let's call all these frustrations out there glitches, where you can now clearly see how you are past a certain awareness or lesson or glitch and other people aren't. And now you're sitting there observing it and you're going, oh my God, look at you. Do you want to know? Can I show you? Is it my responsibility? Should I show you? I don't know. Yes, because we're all a part of a community and you have more awareness, right? Exercise consideration for compassion, kindness for our fellow man, rather than in competition in fighting modes of life. Take it, S. Direct quote from S on the chat thread. Read it. That's it. That's what the glitches provide us, to show the compassion. And who are you going to be? And it's a practice for you. Who are you going to be when you show up for that? Oh, Mary, I would love to have you over in the trance channeling class. Josie! Glitches like triggers if you see. To see if you will bite or stay neutral. Oh yeah, isn't it like this pokey poke? You got this? So it's really how we know ourselves. And I think that's why I don't know if I want to say it this way, but why we yearn, crave, feel called to be safe, but at the same time, it's like we want to crawl out of it. Did you guys watch on Netflix My Octopus Teacher? Like, I've seen it 4 or 5 times now. I make everybody watch it. it touches a place just inside of my heart that I didn't know needed touching. And it I'm brought to mind my octopus teacher when you talk about the, who you're going to be and how you're going to stay neutral when these things happen, and how vulnerable the octopus is. Oh, Eric, you got to go watch it. You watched it. Oh, it looks so. It is. I cry every time I watch it, but there's much more happiness parts than sad parts. So please. Um, and the vulnerability of being the octopus, yet every day it's exposed and out and living its life. Doesn't even think twice. It can come back to its cave, which is its home, which is its hard shell, which is its protection, which is its safety and security. But every day it goes out. We're much like that as emotional beings. Our emotional vibrations inside of our body, it's not just our chest cavity, but our body, creep out, and they're pushed out vibrationally in this energetic field we carry. And we are wearing our emotions on our sleeves. Even if we're not talking about it, we have it out there. And it's mingling with everything around it. And it's mingling with all that is. Because that energy, our energy, is the same energy that everything else is created from and made with, or however you want to connect those words. It's beautiful. Thank you for writing it down, Colleen. It's interesting how much people want to draw us into their fear. Yes, fear mongering. Worse, they get frustrated when you don't react like them. I choose not to engage regardless, says Mary Gates. Yeah, that is it. And how does it feel when you choose? I found when I first began to understand that was the difference. Because I felt like for a long time in my teenage years, my young college years, that I had two parts of me, and one would love the fight, love the engagement, and I would stoop. I'd be like, let's do this. And then there would be some conversations where I felt like I was floating above it, and I'm hearing all the same angst and anger and fear and all of it, and nothing is reacting in my body. It's so calm. It's like hardcore rain on the surface of the water, but I have no ripples. Nothing is rippling out, just holding it. And then it's like, I felt bad for them. I could feel it, but I didn't need to touch it by any means. And then I felt bad, and I had to sit down and ask, why am I feeling bad? It's really interesting, isn't it? Barbara, you watched my octopus teacher. It's so good. What happened with Jamie's lost cat, says Nirvana. Is it found? No. This is week 4, and Umi is still out there. So if anybody has seen my kitty in Atlanta, Georgia, let me know. I'd love to have him home. Miss that guy deeply. My ferrets are like, you're spending too much time with me. Put me down. Stop trying to kiss me. Go find your cat. So find my cat so my ferrets don't get suffocated by my love. I'm kidding. It's all good. It is what it is, and I'm sitting with it. I don't engage in anything negative anymore. I just keep swimming. Go, Dory. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Okay, how are you doing? How is this? Do you have any questions? What do you think about, are you safe? The answer is yes. Are we safe in 2021? The answer is yes. Are we safe from, the pandemic and our health changes? Yes. Are you safe with the vaccines? Yes. Are you safe with government changes in our countries and what's coming? Yes. You're safe because you're in tuned to you. Because you are in control over your reactions. You're in control of your triggers. You're in control of how you perceive things and bring them in. And if you don't like it, you're going to shift. You're going to bloom. You're going to grow and change until you land into the place where it is safe. And that might mean a move. It might mean a new awareness. It might mean addressing how you feel and wondering why, which means you got to get outside of the box to get a different perspective, to look back at it and go, oh, I didn't know it kind of sucked. I was just hanging on to it. Nobody told me it really sucked, and I still have it. Ugh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm going to let it go now. And then you let it go, and you create this change. That is why you're safe. That's the statement. That's what Spirit's been sharing. Oh, thank you, Amora and Misty. And S, I really feel somebody has picked up my kitty and is thoroughly enjoying him. Shelley, I thought Lemon and Lime had shoes to play with. They do have little shoes to play with, but maybe I'll do some of these live streams back in the ferret playroom, so you guys have something in the background to watch. They're so crazy. Hey, Pam. Guys, this is first time for Pam and her live stream. Blankenship, it is so good to see you here. Welcome. It's not woo-woo, it's true. Get comfortable, get casual. We're normalizing this stuff. We are incredible beings of light that have the ability to engage, communicate, sense, see, use subtle light energy, and these are the conversations we have here about it. Helena, greetings from Finland. Hi. Last time someone confronted me verbally and tried to get to be right, my whole body was shaking while I tried to stay objective. Wow. I can see that. The whole body. So why was your body trembling? It's cool, like the shakes, the shimmers, the quivers and things that our body do. It's an expression of the amount of energy that's running through you. You know, there are people during their enlightenment, they will be asleep. And this has happened to me recently where I wake up and go, oh my God, there's an earthquake. And I go, Jamie Butler, you live in Atlanta, Georgia. There's not an earthquake. But then I go, but there is one. And my body is trembling, whole body. And I lay really still and I breathe super shallow. And I'm like, is that just a heavy heartbeat? No, it's not. Your whole body is just a shaking and a rocking, and the bed is moving and the house is not. The husband's asleep. Kids don't wake up. Pets, they're like, whatevs. It is running an abundant amount of energy through your body. And just imagine it firing off and hitting other vibrations that don't work really well with it. You're growing. You're changing. So the body goes, oh my God, I can't hold all of this. Oh my God, we want to change. We want to vibrate higher, but we still have some belief systems. We still have some energy, some muscle memory. We still have these other vibrations tucked in pretty heavily within inside of our body, within inside of our 3D. And it's trying to get loose. And meanwhile, you're running this higher vibrational energy, like you were saying. You like kind of chilled out and you were staying objective, but yet the physical body was responding. And boy, it can take you right out of your game, can't it? It's intense. So when those things happen, you can see it as an awakening, as a clearing, as a growth. If they happen frequently and it's not around a certain situation or circumstance, please go and be observed just to make certain it's not some kind of new seizure or something of that nature happening. Yeah, you shake like crazy, Sheldon, when you meditate in the morning. Monique, you felt it too? See? That is what's going on. Karen, do your guides say it's safe to take the vaccine? They have said yes. In fact, I was surprised because at the beginning it was like, give or take, you really got to check in with yourself. You know, there's some stuff in there that doesn't need to be in there. But I think to speed it up, what they ended up doing is simplifying it more. And there's less that's in it. there are going to be people who have reactions to the vaccines. We have allergies. We're human, and that can be, unforeseen. So I would muscle test. I would meditate. I would check in for yourself. Mostly, I would get your belief system screwed on correctly that if you're going to receive a vaccine, but the back of your head is like, ugh, I don't do vaccines, this isn't good, but you go to take it anyways, that's contradicting itself. That's not going to do so good. You're getting this vibrational dose, and then you're dosing it with a vibration back here that's like, no, 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 no. So if it's something that you're going to follow through with, you've muscle tested it, you've talked with your doctor, you know the ingredients, you feel like it's good for you, and you're concerned, work on your concern first before receiving it, please. It'll be okay. Aquapuff. I keep getting messages from my cards that I've changed and I'm never going back. Reality is so gosh darn cool. Can't wait for you all to realize. Thank you for being here and thank you for your work. You are so welcome. You're so awesome. It is pretty cool. So, Monique, how can one move beyond that? Move beyond the shakes? So, Monique, if you're going back to where the body, has stored other vibrations and then the higher vibrations aren't meshing well and we get the shakes. Immediately when this is happening, if you're conscious, sometimes for me, I'm asleep and it's happening. I'm getting upgrades or I'm just getting healed by my team and it's way too much for my body to manage. And I wake up in these energy shakes, which are safe, that you breathe. My go-to ever since reading The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer, which I think is up behind me somewhere, is I go right into the third eye, into my imagination spot, the screen where we see things, and I say, hi, hi, what are you doing? Hi. And just take a breath, breathe slow. And if you're wondering, okay, what kind of breath? Because if I'm in a conversation with somebody and I say hi and I have to start breathing, it might look really awkward, but it won't. You are allowed at any point in your conscious waking life to pause. Pause creates momentum. Pause creates clarity. It's a really good choice. So in that, I would say if you're getting the shakes, take a deep breath. Internally, say hi. Like, I got you. I'm acknowledging you. This is what's happening. And go into a 4-count breath. Breathe in for 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. Empty 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. It's called a. If a box breath doesn't work for you, I would go into a 6-count. In and out. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 2, 3. So you get it. It's just an in and an out rather than the box breath. And that will help you tune in right to your body. And you're going to watch those shakes kind of chill out. What you're doing with the acknowledgement of the higher vibrational energy that's coming in is going to soothe it a little bit. In fact, it'll help you clean out and be able to manage both of those vibrations. And then you won't have a big shake next time you're approached with a similar situation. Ooh. Mary, Grace told me my cat would return after a walkabout. When he didn't, I asked Gracie why, and she said he found someone who needed him more. Oh, since I have other pets, I understood, and I am proud of him. Thank you so much for sharing that. I was remembering a similar situation in a reading, and Grace was telling me that. I wonder if it was you. B says, my daughter had to take the flu vaccine, and I decided to ask Spirit to help me cancel all effects. I do not believe in the flu vaccine. I believe they help me cancel it. There you go, girl. You got your belief system. It's all we're asking for. No matter how you want to attach the meaning to it or rationalize it or create that belief, you are the one that has to be solid with it. You don't have to have your friend agree to what your thought process is. You don't need to have a whole family agree with it. You don't need to have your community. Nothing. It's got to be you. And this is where we fall into that individual spiritual being. We're tilting the hologram. Individual, community, individual, just slight tilt. Kiku, kiku. Alina, thank you. We had a history of who knows best. It was a work colleague, and the shaking was scary. You now explained it so well. I believe this is what happened now. You are so welcome. I love the big hearts in your chat thread. That's fun. I love those awkward pauses in conversations. People get so nervous. Never tried one with myself. Try it with yourself. Pause. Hi. And stop yourself. You're welcome, Monique. It's a good breathing advice, yes. Oh, you guys are incredible. Thank you for hanging in there with me between 2 live streams. I don't know if one will ever show back up, but we are safe. The answer is yes. Okay? Stay here. Stay in this now. You know, we can get real caught up in the future, especially if we're looking for our goals or we're looking to learn something or be better at something. You know, it's always like this clamor to the next thing. I want to have my next aha moment. I want to see spirit. I want to have a deeper meditation. I want to get into this energy healing. I want to experience a miracle. I want. It's all out there. So it's good to have goals. I'm not saying to ignore that. Oh my gosh, no. We're human. Create it. But live behind your eyes. Live here. Make sure you're balancing your perspective and your time frames out. Because if you're living here, this 2021 is going to provide so many opportunities for you to get what you want and to be safe doing it. I'm wearing red today. You like that I'm wearing red? Alexandra, you're so welcome. Mork and Mindy. Aquapuff, oh my gosh. Oh, Shelly, thank you so much for the financial donation. Aquapuff, this is a random, but on Mork and Mindy, Mork asks why people hide the emotions that bring them pleasure so profound. Embrace pleasure, happiness, and light, and don't be embarrassed about it. I had no idea that was a Mork and Mindy thing. Josie, thank you for being here, Josie. It's so good to see your name up on the chat thread. I think of you so often, and every time I think of you, I think of Prince. It's still on my mind. I have not forgotten. I have just been MIA on it. Thank you for understanding. Eric O, we have to remember fear has no power over what it can't control. That is right. Connie, it's good to see you. Living in the moment and embracing it. Yes, ghost emojis. Thank you so much, Shelly. Oh, yes, if you like this topic, please share it. Forward it. Let's help more people by just getting them into a conversation. And if I could be that conversation source, I would be ever so honored. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We are going to be doing more live streams here on YouTube. So if you'd like to join these and join in the chat thread, that's one way of getting notified of when it's happening so you don't have to think about it or worry about missing it. Hit the notification bell. I appreciate you guys so much. I will be seeing you next week. And we also have classes up on Learn It Live. We have other things coming. Our trance channeling one is the best. I have like 3 more openings in the mentorship. If that is something you've been thinking about, now would be the time to say yes, because the window is about to close and we're going to grow 10, 9, 8. I can't remember my numbers. 9 other like-minded people globally when it comes to working with love and light, subtle light energy, and creating entrepreneur businesses. I wanted to say solopreneurships. I like that word. Oh, I love Robin Williams. Oh my God. Nancy Garfinkel, was it your birthday recently? Happy belated birthday. So happy to have you here, guys. I appreciate you. Take care. Mwah. Bye. Bye, guys.